Hey, this is Tayna Fogle coming straight out of Lexington, Kentucky. Just when I didn't think it could get any worse by having a senator called McConnell, I look over in West Virginia and man, I don't know who's running the race of being the worst representative of the nation. And, you know, they swore into office that they would represent the people. They lied. And so when they start lying there, it was easy for them just to trickle on down and keep lying. Let's just jump into it. I am an impacted person. I served out a 10-year prison sentence, and I stand in the gap for all those folks who made a mistake, but aren't mistakes. We are probably some of the best leaders that you could ever find because we had a dream before we misbehaved. Ex-offender is a title that went with my misbehavior. It's not who God created me to be. Do you know that over 680,000 Kentuckians, low income, could have voted in 2016, but just the hardship of trying to get to the ballot box, 1 out of every 4 African Americans cannot vote. So if we are one of the states that is leading mass incarceration. So you take away the vote and we can't vote in jails, we can't vote in prisons here in Kentucky, and that's just a hot mess. So let me tell you about the moral fusion that the Poor People's Campaign is doing. The National Poor People's, what's hurting me in Kentucky is hurting in Alabama, is hurting in West Virginia, all across the nation. Can you imagine the poor and the low income people coming to the ballot box? Okay, yeah, it's difficult to go to the ballot box, but what if we did everything we could to make sure that our vote counted? We could overturn this madness that's going on. So I'm here to represent Kentucky. You know what it's going to take? An amendment to our Constitution. In our Constitution in Kentucky, they have placed another barrier that people who have been incarcerated lose their right to vote, and an executive order has to restore your right to vote. So it's a lot of barriers that's going on in Kentucky. Some of those are closing precincts, not allowing people to vote that has felonies in their past, and these voter ID laws. What I want to say to you out there, please get involved. Please get involved. This is an attack on our democracy, attack on the future of my kids, something like child support. My son had 1 year sentence. It enhanced to 10 years, which kicked him out of the voting right to vote. So it's little things like that. I want to say forward together, not one damn step back where they're trying to take us back, but we're going to move forward. We're going to move forward together, and let's go, Poor People's Campaign. Thank you. I'm mad as hell.
We welcome you to the launch of the Mass Poor People's Low Wage Assembly and Moral March on Washington, D.C., June 18, 2022.
And we need to do it with the biggest actions possible.
Because we know the only scarcity is the moral will to do what's right.
Veterans across this nation say enough is enough.
My voice is just as valuable as anyone else's.
We need the third Reconstruction.
We have an immoral system run by immoral people.
But together we fight.
And we become an agent of change.
We're rising up to demonstrate the compelling power that we, poor and low-income people, have to reconstruct society from the bottom up.
It's time for a change.
We are people of resilience.